Hello, my lovely, lovely Aries. Welcome to your end of 2022, beginning of 2023 reading. My name is Natasha, also known as Nourish Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this reading resonates with you. This is for my Aries lovelies. So make sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus when it comes to these readings, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is for my Aries collective, and some of the messages might be for you, some of the messages might be for another Aries, but we're gonna get into it and see what's going on. I did pre-shuffle these decks, so we're starting with the horror tarot for 2022 because let's be real, 2022 was a bit of a horror. We're going to look at 2023 with the Way Home tarot, and then we're also going to pull an oracle card just of what you need to hear. So starting with the horror tarot, let's check in with 2022. So 2022 was a doozy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Now, this is crazy because I shuffled these decks already. Before I started shuffling, the Five of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, and he's still there. This card has been my stalker card for eternity, for basically the entirety of 2022. If you are in my membership here, we do live tarot readings every week, and the Five of Cups has come out, I would say, probably in like 80% of the readings from 2022. So the theme of 2022, Five of Cups for you, my Aries friends, and same, I'm a Pisces, but same. The Five of Cups, you can see, I mean, this is the horror tarot, so it's a vampire dude, kind of giving Nosferatu, but he is looking at his overturned cups when there's two full and upright cups behind him. Now, the Five of Cups is a card of disappointment. The Five of Cups is a card of grief, of, you know, we lost something in 2022. Our cups got turned over. Cups is a suit of emotions, so something that you lost, obviously, you know, there was a very big emotional connection to it. Maybe it was three things that happened this year that just kind of did not go the way that you were hoping. And, you know, that's kind of where your focus is right now, is on those things that were lost. But try to turn around and look at those cups that you still have. I know it's hard. You know, the Five of Cups, again, is a card of grieving. And the first step to letting go of those cups that have fallen is to grieve them. We know there's 5 stages of grief. You kind of bounce around between all the 5 stages, but that's kind of the first process in moving on to kind of the cups that you do have, right? We still have some cups that are upright, that are serving us. These are the cups that are no longer serving you, so take some time to grieve that. But yeah, general theme of 2022 was disappointing, you know, grief, loss. I feel you, Aries, because same. So let's see what's going on. What happened for Aries in 2022? What were the major themes of 2022? Who is this? We have the King of Pentacles. So, I mean, it's kind of, I believe it's like a werewolf type of guy here, but the King of Pentacles kind of flew out, and the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it seems like you might have had a very abundant 2022, even though, you know, there was some losses. I feel like you kind of found stability in the material world. The King of Pentacles is that mature earth energy. So maybe this was a mature earth sign that did come into your life. It is the masculine energy, but when I say masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter on the genders. But yeah, that mature earth energy. I almost feel though, because, I mean, look at what's happening on this card. It's kind of like over this person here. It's a very dominating energy. So I feel like 2022, it was a very like material, physical year for you, where it was like the material world, the physical world kind of dominated your energy. You had to turn kind of all your energy to that. So whether it was your finances, maybe your home, like your foundation, or your physical body, perhaps, that's kind of what took all of your attention in 2022. It kind of dominated over whatever else, you know, you wanted to do in 2022. The physical world was like, nope, you got to focus on me for a bit. So, you know, it's a intense energy, but the King of Pentacles can also be super abundant. So maybe you did have some financial abundance in 2022, or maybe a new home, a new car, something in the material world, but it took a lot of your attention. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Wands is a card of the home, the hearth, the foundation, the base, making a home. So I'm feeling like maybe a lot of you guys moved, or maybe major home into a home, maybe like a home renovation, or it's also about who you want in your home, right? Maybe a new partnership. I love the Four of Wands, especially in this deck. I mean, I love it, but yeah, definitely something in the physical had all of your attention in 2022. What else we got for Aries in 2022? There's the Ace of Pentacles again. Who do we have here? The Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune is a new cycle, and the Seven of Swords is deception. Somebody's lying. I feel like you kind of, and it's funny because the Wheel of Fortune in this deck is a person that's like on a thing where like the person's throwing knives at them, and you can see this person here is kind of the knife thrower. I feel like this is you, Aries, and then you just had all these kind of knives thrown at you. You're like on this, you know, it's like in the circus, like a spinning wheel, right? And someone's like throwing knives. And I feel like that was you, Aries, and you just had a lot of knives thrown your way. This was cheating, deception, somebody lying. You know, it just definitely, like, it kept coming. You're like, when is it going to stop? Like, I am on this wheel just spinning. I'm continually, I feel like you were going through a lot of cycles with the lying, the deception, the cheating, the, you know, someone's, what I'm getting is like someone's words weren't true. Someone was saying something, but it wasn't real, or they were lying. You know, the swords is the suit of like the intellect, the mind, air energy. So, you know, it's that throat chakra. Like someone was saying something that was just bullshit, honestly, and you were on this wheel, and you just feel like, I feel like you were repeating the cycle. You kept repeating the cycle. Maybe it was like you kept going back to someone who was lying, or maybe it was you that was, you know, not necessarily being a liar, but maybe saying things that you didn't mean, or, you know, you've been on that wheel for a while. It's time to get off. Like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of a card that depends on the cards that are around it. So this is a cycle that we don't want to be in anymore, right? We don't want to be in the Seven of Swords anymore. One of my favorite creators, the person who actually created this Way Home Tarot deck that we're going to be using soon, has the Seven of Swords in her book WTF is Tarot, described as that meme song. It's like, why you always lie? And I feel like that was you in 2022. You're like, why are you lying? Stop lying to me. But you kind of just found yourself repeating that cycle. And, you know, it's hard to kind of get out of that cycle, especially when it's someone, like I said, that was maybe saying something and then doing something else. And you're like, I trusted you. Why do you keep lying to me, right? You know, we don't want that energy. But we still have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They were at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling last time, and the King of Pentacles came out. So I feel like in your finances, material world, you're like, okay, you know, you're doing all right. But maybe as far as relationships or people around you go, it's been a little rough. Let's get, what is Aries leaving behind in 2022? Who do we have here? The Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles. So what are you leaving behind in 2022, Aries? The Hanged Man being stuck. This is great. The Hanged Man is, to me, one of the most frustrating cards, because the Hanged Man is like, you are stuck, but you are stuck for a reason, and you need to figure out why you're stuck before you can get out of it. And the Eight of Pentacles is the card of kind of the hard work, right? The nitty gritty. The Seven of Pentacles was like the seeds were planted. The Eight of Pentacles was like grind. And I feel like you kind of felt like you were stuck in the grind. You're like, when am I going to get out of this? Like, you know, you've been working really hard. You've been working your butt off. You've been working so hard on those seeds that you planted. You know, you've been really just watering those seeds and nourishing those seeds. And again, this is in the physical realm, but it kind of made you feel stuck. You're like, when am I going to see the fruition of these seeds that I have planted and I have been working really hard on? I feel like I'm just kind of stuck in the hard work part. Like I'm picking up like the all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, you know, that kind of vibe. Like you're like, I'm stuck in this hard working mode, which is great. You know, we love to work hard. I feel like that's again that King of Pentacles energy, right? You're working really hard in the material, trying to get your stability, foundation, abundance in the material realm, but you're like, I am so tired of being stuck. Like, when is this going to end? When am I going to get out of this cage? The Hanged Man is the cocoon before the butterfly, right? If we look at a cocoon and a caterpillar makes a cocoon, what happens to that caterpillar in the cocoon? They have to turn into like complete goo before they metamorphosize into a butterfly. So you're like, I am tired. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm tired of working hard. When am I going to get unstuck and see the rewards? So that's what you're leaving behind in 2022. I mean, you're leaving behind the stuckedness. You're going to get unstuck, which we love to see. All right, so that is 2022 for you, my lovely Aries. We're leaving those old cycles of people lying, deception, whatever that may be. We're leaving behind that stuck energy of the hanged man, of that kind of never-ending grind mindset. I feel like that's like burnout, right? If you work too hard, you're going to burn out. So let's see what's coming for you in 2023. Now, it doesn't get better than that, my friends. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. Wish come true for 2023. This is the Nine of Cups is honestly one of my most favorite cards in the deck. You can see here it's kind of depicted as a paradise. So maybe some of you are going on vacation, but it is wish come true. So make a wish, my lovely Aries, because whatever it is going to come true. You're going to get that. I just saw 1111 as I was recording. Make a wish, friends. What does 2023 have in store for my lovely Aries? I swear if that Nine of Cups comes out again, I'm going to be very excited for y'all. All right. Okay, so you know the really funny thing is I generally don't take reverse cards. However, the Seven of Swords came out in the reverse right on top of the other Seven of Swords. So fortunately that cycle is ending. I don't really read reverse cards, but in this case I feel like we need to take it, right? That lying, deceptive energy. I feel like for a lot of you, these are the two cards that came out with it. The Son of Swords, Son of Wands. This energy is very like fuckboy energy. So perhaps that's who you were dealing with in the Seven of Swords. Doesn't mean any gender, but like, you know, the fuck shit of it all. Very young air and fire energy. And what happens when like air and fire come together, right? The oxygen kind of fuels the fire. Right? You can see here, it's like a volcano and a tornado. This is very chaotic energy. I feel like that's what the Seven of Swords is kind of bringing into your life. But going forward, right, we're looking at what do we want in, or what are we looking forward at in 2023? I feel like that was definitely kind of in the past. We have the Mother of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like, honestly, the Mother of Cups is kind of like the antithesis to that King of Pentacles, right? This is very dominating, domineering energy. You know, that really heavy masculine energy, very hard, harsh energy. This is the opposite. This is soft, loving. You know, she has her cup. She has her golden cup that she worked very hard for. And who's right behind that is the Sun. The Sun is the warmest, most abundant, brightest card in the deck. We love to see it, Aries. So, you know, we do have some things in 2023 that I don't think are bad, right? I don't think there's any good or bad card in the tarot. But we have the Devil. You might have a Capricorn coming into your life. This is a card of Capricorn. But the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So this is what we got going on in 2023. I don't mind it. I think it's a pretty good energy, right? The Devil, you know, you might be dealing with some of the chains that bind. That's what the Devil is all about. Some of those unhealthy coping mechanisms that maybe you developed from kind of being stuck in that Hanged Man energy. You're dealing with that Seven of Swords energy. You know, we develop some unhealthy coping mechanisms, but we got to identify them. I think your power moving forward into 2023 is going to be figuring out those old coping mechanisms that you maybe developed for survival, that you developed to kind of get through 2022. We need to work on those. And that's okay. Everybody, that's the thing. Everybody has this energy inside of them. We pull the Devil and we're like, oh my goodness, the Devil. Ooh, like, I'm so, you know, everybody had this. The Devil is the shadow self. So perhaps a lot of shadow work in your future, Aries, in 2023. It's time to dive into that shadow work. The Devil is also mastery, of the shadow. So I think that is what you got to do in 2023, Aries. You need to start working on those unhealthy coping mechanisms that you kind of developed in 2022 so you can move forward. And what are you moving forward into? The 10 of Pentacles, right? You know, we have the Hanged Man and the 8 of Pentacles in the past. It's like almost like I'm hearing like that collect $200, like you know how like in Monopoly it's like do not pass go, do not collect $200, but this is like pass the start, pass the go collect the $200. You're kind of bypassing, you're going right from the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So like you're kind of bypassing right past that 9 of Pentacles as soon as you get unstuck. And whatever this is for you, this thing that you have been working really hard on, it's the ultimate abundance, right? The 10 of Pentacles is the ultimate abundance, and you're sharing it, right? You can see there's a kind of dinner party here laid out for 10 people. The 10 of Pentacles is familial wealth for you and your family, wealth for you and your community, generational wealth, like whatever it is that you've been working on is going to carry. Like this abundance, this wealth in this material world is going to carry throughout 2023, throughout kind of just everything. It's going to be a long-term abundance, right? We don't want the short term, right? We were in it for the long run. That's why we were stuck for so long. And then we have the 8 of Cups, which honestly to me is kind of a almost a sister card to the 5 of Cups. So it's like you're coming out of that 5 of Cups energy, which was the theme of 2022 for you. And the 8 of Cups, again, is a card of kind of disappointment, of, having those cups that just don't serve you anymore. However, the difference between the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, remember that dude is like looking down at those cups. He's like hyper fixated on those cups that he lost or that they lost. The 8 of Cups traditionally is depicted as a person walking away from all those cups that don't serve them. So I feel like in 2023, you're finally moving away from those cups that you're like, man, these cups didn't work out. Maybe these relationships or, something I was really emotionally attached to just didn't work out. But you're finally moving on. And I like the artist described this card as, you can see it's an octopus kind of eating trash. It's like, stop eating trash. Stop it. It's messing with your mind. It's messing with kind of everything, your emotions. If you continue to eat that trash, and that trash is those old cups, right? You can see here, all the trash is kind of like plastic and these old cups. If you continue to focus on those old cups, right, you're going to feel not good. So we need to move on. And that's exactly what you're doing. The 8 of Cups is a card of moving on. What does the 8 of Cups walk into? The 9 of Cups, which is at the bottom of the deck, which is that wish come true card, wish fulfillment. Like once you can walk away from those old cups, you're moving into your dreams, your fantasies, your wish come true. And again, the Mother of Cups at the bottom of the deck is kind of the theme of 2023 for you. 2023 for you is, tapping into that healthy emotional ability, processing emotions in a healthy way instead of the unhealthy way, processing them in a healthy way. This is kind of going to be not necessarily your struggle, but I think where if you want to walk away from those old cups, if you want this 10 of Pentacles, right? If you want to move away from this 7 of Swords, you're going to have to process things in a healthy emotional way instead of an unhealthy way. And then again, you have the Sun right behind the Mother of Cups. So feel your feelings, Aries. I feel like Aries gets a bad rep for just, you always hear like the zodiac stereotypes, like Aries are angry or Aries are really fiery. Aries are just passionate, right? And, instead of perhaps feeling all of your emotions, like it's super strength, like you feel things so intensely, Aries, which I love about y'all. Give yourself a healthy coping mechanism to process through those things. I'm shuffling to pull just an oracle card that you need to hear, and the card that fell out is an equal but opposite reaction. And right, that's what I was just saying. Like, I feel like this is the public's perception of Aries, right? It's kind of that rocket like launching off into space. But you're so much more than that, Aries. You're, An equal but opposite reaction is just kind of a reminder that, you know, when something happens, there is an equal and opposite reaction. It's kind of how you react, right? You know, maybe not reacting so extremely to things that come your way. Instead, just make it an equal but opposite reaction, which again, like our reactions to things can either be the devil or it can be the Mother of Cups. It can be kind of those unhealthy coping mechanisms or the healthy coping mechanisms. So what else we got here? I mean, this is a reminder just, I feel like, for everyone, because we are starting 2023 with, we're ending 2022 and starting 2023 with Mercury retrograde. Be careful signing contracts. That's the Oracle's kind of little warning for you in 2023. And I feel like the contracts is like, you don't want to get into another soul contract that puts you on the chopping block, right? That puts you in this cycle of someone constantly throwing those swords, those knives at you, of someone constantly lying to you. You don't want that, Aries. Nobody wants that. But sometimes, again, if we're in our devil energy, we can find ourselves in that contract with somebody. Maybe unintentionally, or maybe we're being willfully ignorant. But just be careful. Be careful who you invite into your life. This can also be literally like if you are having a contract for a business or a new car, a new house, any kind of contract. Read it carefully. Make sure you know what you're getting into. If you're going into, and when I say contract, I'm not talking, I mean, obviously this person is like signing, they're buying like a used ring in this at like a pawn shop, I think. So, you know, maybe you just be careful if you're, especially going into like a marriage or something with someone. That could be a specific message for somebody. But just be careful. This isn't saying don't do it. This is saying know what you're getting into. Read all the fine print. And again, this is just kind of a tip for Mercury retrograde as a whole for everyone. Be careful signing contracts. Like triple check everything. All right, my Aries, that is all I have for you for this reading. Again, this was your, you know, recap of 2022, what's coming in 2023. If you enjoyed this, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonated with you. Share this with your Aries friends. Again, be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Subscribe if you enjoyed this. I do also have a membership here on YouTube. If you like these tarot readings, I do live tarot readings in that membership, live yoga classes. We do all kinds of stuff in there. I have a Discord for everybody, so maybe I'll see you there. Otherwise, all my offerings will be in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Happy New Year, my lovely Aries, and I'll see you in 2023.